here's the agenda, and the mistake that I made on the agenda, I was working with one agenda and I guess I sent out a different one. But if you go down, call to order, reading of the district mission, determination of quorum, which will be after. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, that's a good thing I'm looking at the agenda. Let me walk down it. Determination of quorum, statement of special rules of order, approval of the agenda. So we'll get to that, but I'll tell you what it is I'm going to ask you. Then we have the approval of the approval of the agenda. And what I'm going to ask you to change or approve the changing of is when you get down here to the bottom. I know you can't see my arrow, it's on Ed's machine, but we have the adoption of the district realignment, and then we have the district officer elections. That is the correct order. In the agenda that I sent out, the realignment and the district officer elections were switched on the agenda. So when we get to the point of approving the agenda, I'm going to ask you to approve the agenda as we've just gone down it here on this agenda on the PowerPoint. Okay, so moving to the next slide. And the next slide, because I read that. Okay, Bill Mine, can you give us the credentials report, please?
There are 140 club votes and there are 24. I'm going to have to look this up. Hold on. I sent you the email. I'm going to look it up. 24 executive votes. 67 votes are required for a forum. For a quorum, I mean. So we do have a quorum. And I'm going to verify what I just sent you in a moment.
Okay, I see what the problem. Okay, that's okay.
What's the problem?
No, it's me. It's not you. Your report is perfect. Thank you.
So Bill, is
Oh,
that possible? Could
sorry.
you able to set up the register to check?
Could you
in?
please mute yourself, Aaron? You're out of order.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I got it mixed up a little bit here. My report was a little mixed up. We have 140 votes total. We have 24
Okay.
executive votes. We have 116 club votes.
Okay, got it.
116 club votes, 24 executive votes, 140 votes total. 67 are required for a quorum. We have a quorum.
Perfect. We have a quorum. Yes. All right. Then the next thing that I would like to do is review the what?
We just had a very late entry into the quorum request for votes. I will send you an adjusted number if I can adjust it quickly.
Okay.
We had 103 lines, and now I looked again. There are 104 lines now.
Okay.
I'll get back to you shortly.
Thank you. Okay, so let's slide deck mover. Could you go
Back?
No, yes, please go back because don't. Okay, so now we're going to review and approve the agenda. And so I would like to be able to, let's see. So you've received the agenda in advance, and I've already said that thanks to me, it was not the correct agenda, and I explained what I wanted to change. Let's see. Yeah, I did the whole explanation here on my print here. To present and elect the correct number of division directors, it makes sense to have reviewed and approved the realignment first. I would like to present the agenda for approval without objection, showing the review and approval of the realignment coming before the election of officers. So I'm going to pause for 20 seconds to see if there are any objections. Can you stop your screen share, Ed, so that we can see people? And if you have an objection, if you would just raise your hand, please. Okay, hearing no objection, the agenda is adopted. Our officials for this meeting are all members in good standing in District 57 in a club of good standing. Our timer is Gemma Reeser. Our timer number 2 is Paul Escobar. Our Credentials Committee Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster Bill Mine, member of Toastmasters. Credentials Committee member Trish Johnston, member of A Cut Above Toastmasters, and our second Credentials Committee member, William Wilson, who's a member of Goal Achievers Toastmasters. Trish and William will be observing the voting process when we get to that place in our agenda this evening. Parliamentarian is Distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer Perry-Ruzick. Jennifer is a member of the Toastmasters Leadership Club and is in good standing. So we have some voting procedures. The voting procedures are that the election rules for the meeting, and we followed these. You're pre-registering by May 16th. And then a survey was sent out. And then the second step was that everybody who had pre-registered to vote at this meeting responded to the survey confirming their participation here at this meeting. You will receive ballots from the election runner. If you have any questions, please email Bill Mine, the Credentials Chair, at toast57@prodigy.net, PRODIGY.net. We
Can you
just
put
had
that in the
our,
chat, please?
pardon me?
Can you put that email in the chat?
No, I can't do that. Can I? The chat is frozen.
Yes, you
For
can.
general,
What email was it?
it is toast, like Toastmasters, toast57 at PRODIGY.net, N-E-T.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see. So we just had our credentials report. Are there any questions about the report? Again, please raise your electronic hand if you have any questions. Okay, without objection, the credentials report is adopted. Next, we're moving on to the, you know what, Ed, why don't you go ahead and put the slide deck up again? We're not going to be using it just quite, but at least people will be able to follow along with what's going on. So take it to the approval of the meeting minutes. Okay, so I would like to approve the meeting minutes from September 19th, 2024. Those were sent out to everybody several times via email. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Again, if you have any corrections, oh, we're going to be flipping back and forth, Ed. If you could raise your virtual hand, and if you do that, I think it'll take you to the top of what I can see. So let's experiment with that for a moment.
What would you like?
Nothing at the moment. I'm experimenting. Okay, Lindy, do you have a correction to the minutes?
Yes, it's all minor, but you already know about it.
Okay, well, if we're going to make the change officially, then you'll need to share it.
Okay, there are 3 places where profit and loss statement got jumbled and it needs to say profit and loss statement. And then there's one place where it says something about the agenda, and then immediately under that it says the same few words and agenda.
Okay. And I do remember. So there's one correction. Are there any other corrections to the minutes? You can put your hand down, yeah. Okay, there being no further corrections, the minutes are approved as corrected. I would like to ask the acting administrative manager to make any necessary corrections to the official minutes based on what was shared here today.
Elliot had his hand up.
Oh, I'm sorry. He didn't go to the top of my screen. Elliot?
Sorry, thank you. I guess the only corrections I'm seeing are either ASCII character corrections, or like one that Linda mentioned, and there's a couple of spelling errors. You don't care about those, correct?
Yeah, if you could tell me about them later.
Okay, fine. I just was making sure you want an official record now, or the
Yeah, I kind of
grammatical
do.
mistake.
So,
Okay,
right.
all right, thank you.
Are there any other corrections or changes? Okay, so what I'm going to, Jennifer, you can stop me if I'm wrong here. What I'd like to just say now is that the additional corrections added are approved through unanimous acceptance of these changes. All right, thank you so much. Next slide. I'd like to call on William Wilson. Please join us in welcoming our Audit Committee Chair, William Wilson, to present the audit report. William. And do we need to move the slide for you, William?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Sally. Good evening, all. The Audit Committee completed the mid-year audit for the period July through December 2024 back in February. The audit went well, although there were a few policy exceptions. Key takeaways from this audit are: number one, individual expenses that exceed 500 should be authorized in advance by the district director and another TRIO member. Approval should be included in the supporting documentation. Item 2, all transactions, whether revenue or expense, should be supported by underlying documentation. Item 3, although not noted as an exception during this review, all district members are reminded to submit reimbursement claims within 60 days of the expense. These takeaways should be considered for transactions going forward. I wish to thank Sally, Winnie, and Ed for their assistance during this review. Special thanks go out to Audit Committee members Tiffany Don Jones and Kat King for their unwavering diligence in reviewing every district transaction and financial report. Back to you, Madam Director.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the Audit Committee. Thank you, Chair William Wilson. I appreciate, and I know the district appreciates all of your hard work in reviewing those numbers. Thank you so much. We're now moving to the Public Relations Manager report. Please join me in welcoming Distinguished Toastmaster Lisa Thompson, the Public Relations Manager, to present the Public Relations report.
Good evening, everyone. I will need help with forwarding these slides, and I will say next as I need each one. Good evening, District 57 leaders and members. I'm pleased to report on the exciting accomplishments of our public relations team for this Toastmasters year. This year we formed a dynamic, back up one. There we go, thank you. This year we formed a dynamic and dedicated PR team of 16 members, and together we have made significant strides in promoting our district and enhancing communication throughout. Our work has been collaborative, creative, and focused on impact. Next. One of our most visible achievements is the launch of our new District 57 website. The site is now a central hub for sharing district events and for the first time club events as well. It is also the hub for registering for meetings and for paying for events, including conference fees. It's user-friendly, efficient, and built to support the needs of clubs and members alike. We also revamped our meetup presence, expanding it to over 2,000 members. More than 50 clubs are now using Meetup to promote their events at a fraction of the previous cost. It's driving new guest attendance and increasing club visibility across the district. Next. Our communications have grown significantly this year. We launched a bi-monthly podcast to spotlight Toastmasters stories and voices from across District 57. We introduced a weekly email called The Digest, most widely circulated email in our district's history, featuring video content, news, and links to key resources. We have also relaunched our monthly newsletter, known as The Dispatch, and made it more engaging and accessible. Next. On the social media front, we've strengthened our presence on Facebook and LinkedIn with consistent, timely content. We've established new incentives for clubs and members to create short-form videos, participate in Talk Up Toastmasters, and submit club newsletters, helping us amplify the incredible work happening at the grassroots level. Next. Our graphics team has produced creative, Toastmasters compliant promotional flyers that showcase the diversity and energy of our district's efforts, all aligned with the brand, but full of local flair. Next. Next. We're proud of the quality products that we have produced. We're equally proud to pass the reins to the new PRM and their team with full confidence that they'll continue to elevate our message and mission. Back to you, Sally.
Thank you so much, Lisa, our Public Relations Manager. Next is our Club Growth Director, Jeffrey Young.
All right, next slide, please. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. And just want to quickly cover the highlights and lowlights of the things we've done this year. The great implementation side of the house is we collectively developed an open house kit that includes a table of content list of open house speakers. This was designed to smooth the path to run open houses, and we had more people run open houses than last year. We incentivized running that first open house a little bit more. We developed a system of Jira ticketing to better handle contacts and where leads were than the standard lead database that you get from World Headquarters. And we rolled out a number of crowdsourcing surveys for attracting ideas for affinity clubs, as Dennis likes to say. As far as business expectations, we were kind of on the wrong foot in the beginning, and so we didn't charter any clubs during Rose's visit in October. We missed my goal of 7 clubs chartered, and we could have used some more time to do some more innovation. Whoops, we lost the slide deck there. Can we bring it back?
Yeah, stop the time while we figure that one out. Okay.
Oh, that's not it.
No, that's not it. Just a minute.
Okay, next slide, please.
Okay.
Some actual data. These are the district stats as of May 15th. We're not going to make our goal of enough clubs to make distinguished. We're not going to make our payments most likely unless there's a sudden groundswell of support. But we might make our distinguished clubs number. We have more clubs that are close enough that we might make it by the end of June. And so we're concentrating on that lane, if not the other two. Next slide, please. As far as the nitty gritty, we have 2 clubs that were chartered. We have 4 that are in progress but lack 20 members to charter. We have 7 clubs that are in various stages of being created but not meeting yet. And we have a couple of hot leads that could happen. So whoever wins the club growth director slot next year will have a pretty hefty pipeline to work with. Next slide, please. And just a moment of silence for the suspended clubs. We have 4 that specifically and explicitly exited, filed their paperwork to dissolve their club. And we have 2 that can be rescued. So by rescued, I mean they still have 3 members registered. If anybody wants to try to pick up a club, reinstate the charter, this is the way to do it. And next, oh, that was backwards. Go forwards, please. And I believe that is my last slide. Yes, that's it. Back to you.
Good.
3 minutes.
Thank you so much. Club Growth Director Jeffrey Young. Next, our Program Quality Director, Linda Patton. You're on.
Do you have a hand raised? Should we have it raised?
Oh,
So you're muted.
let's hold on Linda's for a minute. Mary Bustamante, did you have a question?
I was muted. On that last slide, it said Speech Masters, and Speech Masters is going strong. I think you meant a different Vallejo group.
Okay.
It is suspended.
I will double check on that. Thank you for pointing that out.
Okay, thank you so much.
Right.
And now I will call on our Program Quality Director, Linda Patton.
Thank you. And now I have a voice. Thank you, Sally, so much. Here are our successes for 2024-25 in program quality. First, we did 2 rounds of Leadership Institute and the club officer trainings very successfully. Area director and division director training with all but 1 totally trained. We created, as Jeff said, the table of content list of outstanding speeches by our own members for use in open houses and just for variety in our club meetings. Contests, we completed a highly successful round of club, area, division, and now district contests. It wasn't always easy, and it definitely wasn't always pretty, but we showcased our fabulous speakers. The district contests will be equally as amazing, and I can't wait to see all those fabulous speakers on our evaluation and international speech stages on Saturday. Let's cheer them on to greatness. And speaking of conference, that starts tomorrow. We have an amazing team. We've created an amazing conference with Diane Ployce as our keynote speaker, our Leadership and Communication Special Award winner, Judge Jocelyn Jones, workshops by great Toastmasters, raffles, silent auctions, parade of banners, remembrances, and so much more. I so look forward to seeing you all in person at the Maritime Academy. Looking forward, we are going to do our first round of TLI and club officer training in June. Look for the dates to come out soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Linda. I see some hand raised. Sue Skip.
Speech Masters is in Pittsburgh and in Division B, and it only has 3 members at the moment.
Yeah, that was my thing too. Is there's different Speech Masters and North Bay Speech Masters. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Thank you, Sue. Next is the report by the district director. That would be me. What can I say? What a fast-moving year we have had. Of course, the district director gets to brag about all of the good work that everybody else has been doing on the behalf of District 57. And there's been a lot of it. From putting on a speech contest in 5 days flat to traveling the district to as many speech contests as I could possibly get to, and I got to all of the division contests and quite a few of the area contests. What a thrill it was to see so many people in person, but it was also rewarding to see how many people attended those contests online. We have a very, very robust district here in Northern California, one that I think we should all be very, very proud of. I'm also proud of things that happened throughout the year, such as Our area directors accomplished 100% club visits in the first half of the year. I know that we can meet that same goal for the second half of the year. We've got till the end of May to accomplish that goal. And yes, as soon as the conference is over, you're going to hear me beating on your door, area directors, to get those visits done and filed. I did not look at the report today, but as of a couple of days ago, we were at 50%, but we had quite a few that were in progress. I know we can meet this goal. And if any of you need help, you know where to find, oh, there I am. You know where to find me. I'm available to help in any way that I can. Because what's the bottom line? It's not so much that we meet something called 100%. It's that 100% of our clubs have been contacted by members of the district leadership team and feel like they have been listened to. That's the point of it. And I think that we've been doing quite a good job this year, and I'm going to help support you in doing an even better job. And somebody should have muted me because I am over my 2-minute mark. Isn't that what it was, 2 minutes, or is it 2 to 3 minutes? Anyway, I'm going to sign off. I have been proud to be your district director this year, but I'm not done. We've got another 6 weeks to go. Back to you, Madam District Director. Thank you, Sally, for what an uplifting report that was. I really appreciate hearing such good news. Next on our list of reports is our very own Ed Cullen, immediate past district director and DPM, Distinguished Toastmaster, who courteously agreed to not only be the district leadership chair, but to also be District 57's representative on the TI realignment project of districts. So please, Ed, tell us what's been going on.
Thank you very much, Sally. I'm going to review some alternatives and some impacts, and I'm going to be as quick as I possibly can. But you know me, I like to venture off into stories about history. Why are we realigning? We're realigning because if you add up all the clubs in Region 1 and you divide by all the clubs in the districts in Region 1 and you divide by the number of districts, you come up with 81.6 clubs. What we want is districts between 120 and 180. If we get to 240, we go through a wonderful process called reformation. So we split. But sadly, we are not at that spot today. When Sally, Randy, and I were area governors 11 years ago, we finished the year at 150 clubs. The following year, we finished at 160 clubs. We lost a few clubs along the way, but in Diane Ployce's year, 2018 to 2019, we had 150 clubs. And for perspective, that's the same number of clubs that District 101 had. Why am I saying that? Because 150 is right in the middle of 120 and 180. That's where we should be, and we're at 101. Why am I taking this time? Well, I'm not here for a decision or an approval, but I would like some feedback. If you hear something you would like to feedback to me, use my ed@d57tm.org. Later, we will talk about the transition team. What were we supposed to do in our group? Well, we were supposed to realign our 4 districts, that's 7, 15, 39, and 57, into 3 districts, each with 120 to 180 clubs. We could not do that. We tried a number of things. We can, however, create 2 strong districts from our 4 current districts. So the first option, and you'll see that none of this is set in stone, but for our first option, we combine District 7 with District 15. That makes 134 clubs. They have 8 current divisions. Combining District 57 with District 39, we have 196 clubs and 11 current divisions. 196 is bigger than 180, I get that, but it's better to err on the positive side to give us more room in case there are other clubs that need to go away. Our second option takes us beyond our mandate. Our mandate was to work within the 4 districts I told you about, 7, 15, 39, and 57. But perhaps an even better option would be to keep 7 and 15 the same as I said, to combine District 39 with the eastern part of District 57 and the northern part of District 33, combine District 4 and District 57 West together, and leave District 101 unchanged. This is the North American group map. Our group is this right here. We have a lot of geography, but as you just heard, not enough clubs. This is what that district map looked like in 1934. District 4 extended to 57, it extended to 39, and it extended out beyond that. It went south to what I assume is Monterey, or perhaps more. 7 and 15 already existed, but 4 was the parent district for the other clubs we have. And note, Florida is has a number of strong districts, but note, they didn't have a single district then. So what do we know? Well, one of the things we know is that there are no easy answers. The situation is fluid. We'll share more when the process is finalized. But with your permission, I'm going to say that when our 34th president, Harry S. Truman, became president a few days later, on a Monday, he did a joint session speech, the most important speech of his life, because people loved the last president, and here was this little haberdasher no one knew anything about. He gave a great speech, and 7 minutes and 3 seconds into that speech, when as a Toastmaster, he might have gotten the red card had the timer not realized he had a 20-minute speech. And at that 7 minute and 3 second, he said, "I do not fear the future." And I don't fear the future either. We have changes that will be better for our individual members. And whatever is accepted, we will promote the club, the district, and Toastmasters International missions. You heard the district mission at the start of this meeting. You all probably know the club mission by heart, but the Toastmasters International mission is we empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. By realigning, we can do just that. Thanks. I've probably run over. Sally, back to you.
Thank you so much, Ed. One of the things that I just wanted to, it's not in my script, but you know me, add to your presentation is when Ed was talking about combining, the possibility of combining 57 and 39. 39 is due east of us. It's the rest of Northern California and slips into Nevada just a little bit. So that would result in a district that is primarily Northern California, not all, but primarily. And the other districts that he was talking about, the numbers are slipping from my mind, but it's Oregon, and then
7.
then east of Oregon into where
Salt Lake.
Idaho,
Salt Lake City is a
Salt Lake City,
is a
and
big-
and across. So that's kind of gives you the geography of where those districts are.
And I know people worry about what we will be called. The 715, they're going to choose a new number. It will start with a 2. It'll be 200 and something. It is possible that the unification of 7 and 39 could be called 57 for reasons that are too deep to go into at this time. But we may go with a brand new number also. Well, the point is we're doing this to make Toastmasters stronger. And I didn't read slides to you, but you've got a lot of statistics in my slides. And Sally, make me shut up.
Shut up, Ed. Oh no, don't put that in the notes. All right, next slide, please. All right, so before we move into the review of the realignment of District 57 as a district, I would like to ask Wing Locke to implement a test vote to make sure that all of us are getting our vote, receiving our vote requests.
Sally, we had a hand raised. Subash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Subash.
what were the two options? Just can you summarize the two options? I miss,
You
there's
know
so many
what,
numbers
Subash,
around.
in the interest of time, I'm going to ask Ed to get back to you after the meeting, and he can share that with you, because that's sort of the meat. That's the meat of his presentation, and I think it would be, we'd have to hear it again. So I hope that will be okay with you.
Yeah, we are not voting on it today, right?
No, we are not. It was not a voting item. So it was an informational item. It's something that we will find out about this summer at the International Convention, and that we will be working to implement throughout this coming year, and it will take effect July 1st, 2026.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah, you bet. Thank you. So, Wing, can I ask you to please run a trial vote? And can you talk at us so we know you're doing it?
Through the chair, I am actually just processing the information right now. A test ballot will be going out as soon as I import the voters into the system to send you an email.
All right.
It will from a username D57 vote, D57TM vote, and the test ballot, it will be a fun one. I'm curious what the result will be, but I need to import that. So back to you for now.
Wait,
Okay, so what we're going to do is, oh, I'm sorry, Bill Mine.
Did you get my updated spreadsheet, Wing?
Wing, what was the time that you got Bill's last spreadsheet?
Justin Lola to the spreadsheet. Did you get that one?
Wing, can you hear us? Yeah, he got it.
Got it. Okay, we're good. Thank you.
Okay, good. So what we're going to do is don't run this vote until we get actually finished with walking through the realignment that we're recommending for District 57. Priya, who has been our realignment chair this past year, her work was really, Wing?
The test ballot is live, so when you get it, feel free. But the realignment depends on how it ends up to be. It will be ready for whichever way that.
Right, right. Thank you. So her work has been really the second half of this year, looking at our clubs, looking at our district, our divisions, our areas, and how that all best works. So Priya, may I please call on you to give the report, and Ed, what's the next slide after that? Okay. Okay, so let's just, Priya, you can tell him when you want the slides to be moved. Welcome, Priya.
She appears to be muted, or we can't hear you, Priya. I mean, you're not muted, but there's no volume coming through.
Can we highlight her picture next to the slide?
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Okay. Thank you, District Director Sally. The Realignment Committee met to discuss and come up with the following proposal for District 57. The District 57 Club and Division Realignment that was presented at the last DECM has been revised. Why? Because the club membership numbers we were working with were inaccurate, resulting in a higher number of clubs in good standing than was actually the case. So per Toastmasters International, every area must have a minimum of 4 clubs in good standing, with 8 or more paid members makes a club in good standing. And every division must have 4 areas. So that makes 16 clubs of good standing in every division. As we relooked at our current assignment of clubs to divisions, we realized that there were quite a few clubs located in the San Ramon Valley assigned to our division that was focused primarily around Berkeley. Due to the in-person contests, this distance created problems not only trying to recruit functionaries, but also encouraging contestants to travel to the contests. So to address the challenge of trying to arrange our district for geographical convenience, we sorted our clubs by city and made assignments accordingly. Some minor tweaking and one major update to our district configuration were required to maintain the 4 club minimum per area and honor our members by creating areas and divisions geographically convenient for them. The biggest development was seen when this update resulted in Division E being left with just 11 clubs. If you remember, I said each division should have at least 16 clubs in good standing. Since a division must have 16 clubs, we were left with moving these remaining Division E clubs into Division D. So with this adjustment, we will have 5 divisions for the 2025-2026 year. The advantage to this realignment is that now members are not faced with long drives trying to attend and or participate in area and division contests. So let's go by each division. Division A has 4 areas. Next slide, please. 4 clubs in good standing. Next slide, please. A1. A13 has 5 clubs in good standing. Next slide, please. A29 has 5 clubs in good standing. A35 has 5 clubs in good standing. Next slide. A40 is a new area in Division A, and it has 5 clubs in good standing. Next slide, please. We'll go over Division B. It has 4 areas. Next slide. B7 has 4 clubs in good standing. B21 has 4 clubs in good standing. B22 has 4 clubs in good standing. B27 has 4 clubs in good standing. So very minimal changes in B. Division C has 4 areas. C8 with 4 clubs. C9 with 4 clubs. Notice that if there is an extra club that you're seeing in the chart, it's because it has low membership. So that's not being counted. Remember, we need 4 clubs with at least 8 members to qualify as a good standing area. C10 with 4 clubs, C31 with 5 clubs. Next slide. So minimal disruption in Division C. Division D has 6 areas. D3 with 4 clubs in good standing. Remember that the clubs from Division E moved into Division D. So you will see some changes here. D3 has 4 clubs. D4 has 4 clubs. D12 has 4 clubs. And D26 has 4 clubs. Next slide. D23 has 5 clubs. And D30 has 4 clubs. Division E has 4 areas now.
And just let me comment that Division E is the old Division F that you're
Yes.
used to seeing. And that was one of the changes we made from our initial mail out, because the feedback we got was that we should change F to E so that the letters all went in order. I'm sorry, Priya, but I want them to know what this Division E was. Thank you.
So E19 was your F19 before. So you would see a shuffle here. I am the area director for F19, so that's E19 now. E28 has 5 clubs. Next slide. E34 is your F34 with 4 clubs. Next slide. And E36 is a new area in Division E that has 4 clubs. Thank you. I'm now open to Q&A, and thank you. Back to you, District Director Sally.
Thank you so much. And Priya will have her mic open if there are questions that should go to her. So could we unspotlight her so that I can see, and help me spotters see the hands that are raised?
Jeffrey Young and Ron Fitcher, both hands.
Okay, who's first, Jeff?
Yes.
Just a quick question. You said for Division A that there were 4 areas, but I counted 5 on the slides.
Yeah, there are 5 areas. If we said 4, we have a slide error.
Okay.
There's a new area that's added to Division A.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. And for one of the areas, there were 2 clubs and 2 virtual clubs. What is the expectation for area speech contest for that area?
So if you have
go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you have virtual clubs, then I would leave it up to the participants to decide if they want to appear in person for the contest.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Priya. So virtual clubs, if they have members in the area, have that option. We tried to spread them around, but we also had other considerations of neighboring clubs that it felt more comfortable for them to be in the same area. So, but that's a valid question. Thank you.
All right, I yield my time back to the speaker.
Thank you.
And Ron Fitch, Sally?
Yes,
Ron?
I'm confused here. The Alameda clubs used to be in area 822. Then we got moved to area B22, but your slide showed us back in area 822. So I'm confused about that.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. And that's because of the geographic issues. Division B is across the mountains, hills. And we felt that Alameda should be back in a division on its own side of the hill because of in-person meetings. So yes, we moved them back over. That's right.
Okay, well, that gets my confusion handled. Thank you.
You bet. Greg Scott.
Thank you, Madam Director, fellow Toastmasters, and first of all, to the excellent job. It's a lot of work to take on Club Realignment. I was the co-chair of another district for it, and it's very challenging, and I appreciate your team and your effort. There's a lot of work put in there, but I have some concern. Most of the areas are 4 clubs, and in our policy, it says 4 to 6 clubs per area. Not that we need to change anything now because we're headed for a lot of changes in the future, but for future realignment efforts, I would suggest we look at 5 clubs per area if possible, because it allows for, if we lose a club, you still have an area. If you gain a club, you're at 6. It gives some flexibility. The other concern I have, and it's just my own opinion, not to reflect, to me, speech contests are not a critical success factor of making the district where it should be. I would say, as far as looking at as accommodating travel time to speech contests, that should be up to the chair in the area to find a central location to do that. More importantly, let's get our area directors there in person to do visitations. So they get to know the club, build a club, and what's the mission of the district said, ensure all clubs reach excellence. And so those are the 2 concerns I offer for the future thinkers of our leadership of our district. We want to strengthen, and if we do combine with districts, it may be easier to have 5 clubs per area, et cetera, et cetera. But I still have to strongly suggest that we need to focus on our leadership team, area directors, and so forth over contests and getting that done. Yes, the International Speech Contest is the flagship of Toastmasters International for a world champion of public speaking every year. But I think that we need to really look at our sergeants out in the field, our area directors, get into clubs in person, working with them and get them motivated to reach every club a distinguished club.
Thank you, Greg. I think we're pushing the time on it, but let me respond. If we had added, I agree with you, it's better to have 5 clubs per area. If we'd done that, we would have reduced down to 4 divisions instead of 5 divisions, and 4 is the minimum number of divisions that a district can have to be a district. So I think what we did was we left the flexibility toward the number of divisions for future. And as far as the contests go, they may not drive the district, but they are a big part of the district. And I know that for Division E, last year's Division E, trying to pull those contests together, which they are absolutely required to do, was hugely difficult because of the geographic location of their clubs. So I don't want to rebuttal on it. I just want to explain our thinking around that. And when we do this realignment next year and our district is changed, then hopefully we can take those things that you brought up into considerations. Elliot.
Sally?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
I apologize. If this is the timed period, can you just let folks know how long they have so that, because I wasn't sure.
Right. So I think I will impose the 1 minute per speaker on this, and really 10 minutes overall. I don't know where we are in relation to that, but
Sally,
we have Elliot. Pardon me?
Sally, we're currently at 6 minutes of the 10-minute discussion time.
Perfect, Paul. Thank you so much. Thank you. Elliot, you're called upon.
Right, thank you. I appreciate the work of the Realignment Committee. I know this is difficult work and obviously making everything work. We've been to those meetings and had those discussions many times. I just want to, there's one question. I'm just speaking to my division. I noticed that Santa Rosa Club 182 is, I'm sorry, not Santa Rosa, I'm sorry, wrong club. Santa Rosa Fountain Grove Club 6627 is grouped with clubs that go all the way to Eureka, whereas you have 5 clubs, and I know we're talking about numbers here, you have all the rest of the clubs Santa Rosa grouped together. I know that in the past we did group the Kaiser Santa Rosa Hospital group outside of Santa Rosa because they do intermingle with the other Kaiser groups in Northern California. Could you speak to that for a second?
I can speak to that, not specifically, but in general. As we mentioned, this was a committee effort, and it was a committee effort. So when we realized that we needed to drop down to 5 divisions, we pushed this out to the division directors, and we asked all of them to give us recommendations on how the areas should look. And for most of the newer divisions, we went with exactly what the division directors recommended. And C was one of those. So I think the thought was just to change things up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody else have a question or a comment? Okay, so what I would like to do is, let's see, where am I?
Sally, the test vote has been sent.
Oh, without being told it was sent? I want to finish what we're doing. Okay, what do I do here?
Posted in.
Go ahead, do your test vote. I wanted to finish this before we did the test vote,
Yeah,
since we're all
Sally,
just dying.
if you can just finish the Q&A, I think we only have a few minutes left, but if there's no Q&A, you can do the test vote.
Okay, because I was going to suggest a unanimous vote on this alignment, so we wouldn't have to actually use a vote, but.
We'll need to test it for the other thing, so it's good it's
Oh,
going.
I know, but I know, I just wanted it done after we were finished with this. But go do your test votes. I'll do mine. And we'll come back to this in a minute, or however long, we'll come back to this.
Bill has his hand raised.
Oh, Bill?
Bill, you're muted.
Very brief comment on contest. I encourage all district leaders, area governors above, to look at them as ways to prospect for future leaders. It's one of the few times you're together with other Toastmasters from around your division or district where they have a pulse. They're at a meeting. You can tell they're alive. Recruit them for future leadership when you see them in a contest. That's it.
All right, thank you.
We're currently at 10 minutes for the discussion.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Paul.
One quick question, Sally.
Yes.
Our Chevron Refined Speakers Club got moved from E4 to D4. Is that right? And
yes.
why was that? Is there a reason why it went to D4?
Yeah, because we changed the entire realignment and there is no old E anymore. It's gone. So the old E that was in the Berkeley area is now part of D.
Okay.
So that's what happened. Yes.
Thank you.
Suri has her hand raised. The hand raised.
Yeah, hi Sally. I did not get the test vote in my email.
Okay, Bill, was Shree's name? Did you get
I
an
found
email?
it in my social tab on my Gmail.
Oh,
I moved it
let
to
me
my
check.
primary.
Yeah.
Okay. You can pull your red down, Paul, because we're done with that, the discussion part. Thank you.
Yes, your test ballot would have been sent to the email that you checked in, and please look in your spam and other places for it.
Okay, Madam Parliamentarian, may I ask, is it required that we have a vote on the realignment, or can we do it by unanimous declaration?
If there's no objections, you can do it by unanimous.
Great, thank you. So and at what point are we waiting for the result of the test vote before we can continue with the meeting, or how does that work?
Yes, we should do the test vote results and then continue with the meeting.
We have a.
Okay. And we have two. Go ahead, Kate.
I think you addressed Shree's the vote.
I think I did.
I don't see it in my social or spam.
So let me, why don't I text Wing? And then you have another hand raised with Xiao Ching.
Yeah, Jiao Cheng.
Hello, this is Ginger from Hacienda Park Toastmasters Club, and I am the president. And I just have a question regarding the voting. Because our VPE, I think she registered for the voting, but she cannot make it. Can I vote on behalf of her?
If she's not here, you're the, what, tell me you're the president?
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah,
president.
if she is not here, you will automatically get that vote. And so you will be given credit for 2 votes when you vote.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Donica,
I registered about 5:36, but I did not get the test vote.
did you, so that was when you did the check-in, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so, Kate, can you check in with, Bill Mine about that?
Okay. Thank you.
Also,
I just
Wing.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Kate.
Okay.
I got mine by email at 6:56.
You got your what? I'm sorry.
I got the test one at 6:50.
Oh, okay.
So maybe people have it in their email and they don't realize it.
Maybe they're looking, not looking far enough back.
And a reminder, it's coming from D57TM vote.
Mine came from no reply at electionrunner.com.
That's where mine came too, as a matter of fact. Subhash, do you have another question or?
Yeah. The packet that you sent, I still see division E. So the division E is still, I thought you said you eliminated division E completely. Huh?
So here's what happened, to repeat. I started out, I'm sorry, but for that I word. We started out leaving division F, labeled division F. And then it was recommended to us that we not have a gap in the naming of the divisions. And so I changed division F to E. So the new E has nothing whatsoever to do with the old E. So that's why you're seeing that, Subhash. So yeah, it's not like any of the E clubs got moved out of what you're seeing now as E. They didn't. They're still with and surrounded by the clubs that they've always been associated with. It's just that they're being wrapped in a new division is all.
Got it. Thank you, Asali.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you for asking that because it does cause some confusion.
Sri, did you get the response from Wing in chat?
I did not get anything, so.
Okay, he sent it to your tm.sg email.
Okay, let me check.
We have Luis hand raised.
Okay, Lay, I'm sorry, I got distracted by a list of things that was put up on my screen. Lue, you have a question, please?
Yes, hi. I didn't receive the test email, please.
And you pre-registered and you checked in, is that correct?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And you are either a president or a vice president of education, is that correct?
No, I'm the president of Ward Weavers.
Right, so you're either a president or a vice
Yeah,
president of education.
we're
So
both here. We are both here.
Yeah, so you're a president.
Yes, yeah,
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to check your eligibility because some people were confused about proxies and we don't have proxies here. So, Kate,
Yeah,
could you, yeah,
I've talked to him about it. So let's see what he says.
okay.
Sorry,
Thank you, Lue.
I don't see it still.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this.
Yes. Kate, I'm going to send you into the ballot room because that's where they all are.
Okay.
Okay, I think I got it. Thank you so much. It was in the updates folder.
Okay, great. And I think, and I let, okay, I'm not in there. Kashang, I let Wing know that you'll be carrying the both votes for the club. There we go.
Sally, did we complete the last item? And I just
No,
didn't
we did.
notice? Okay.
No, we have not. The slide that you have up is the correct slide. So we're waiting because we might be holding a vote, an actual vote. We need to get this test ballot straightened out before we can move on. So we're just having some quiet time.
The voting it's a 5-minute cycle, so just so you know.
Right, that's right. I do remember that now that you say it. Thank you, Lisa.
It's a good time for a bio break, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Word Weavers, Dwayne Weiler is carrying the 2 votes. Instead of having Louie and Dwayne each having a vote, Dwayne is carrying the 2 votes for your club.
So
Okay,
why
great,
is
thank
that?
you.
Because I thought if they were both here, they would each vote.
I think it was the way that it was registered. I think when Dwayne registered, he indicated.
And there is a time allotment, Sally, meaning if somebody's registered at the time that he's needing to put things, he's going to give points so that the club has the points instead of missing someone. So sometimes that
Okay.
time will drive that.
Okay, my only concern was whether or not they were gonna vote the same, since they're both here, I didn't want one of them to feel like their vote, they weren't able to express their opinion is all.
A point of order, can you get back to the one thing that we're supposed to be doing?
Which
The-
is, we're waiting for,
Waiting for the results, yeah.
yeah, you're right. So we shouldn't be having any other. Well, part of the result is what Kate announced though, because it's straightening out the vote, so that was right. So I guess I'm the one that was out of order, so I'll be quiet.
We have another hand raised from Donica.
Donica,
Thank you. I received the test vote at my work email. Thank you.
thank you.
Okay.
Sally, their votes are back in, so they're all gonna come out of the breakout room.
Okay,
Sally, another quick question, if you don't mind.
I think you're out of order though, unless it's about the vote.
It's about the vote.
Okay, did it work for you?
No, it worked, but I'm going to vote for myself and the president. I'm the VPE. So do I have to register him? How do I cast
What's
my vote
your
once?
office, Sabash? What office do you hold?
I'm the VPE, Education, Vice President, Education. And
Okay,
I'm
I
also
heard,
going to vote for the president.
yeah, that'll happen automatically. If the
So how
president's
do,
not here, it will happen automatically.
right. But when I send the votes, I send mine first and then send him. So do I
No,
have to
you
check
just
him
send
in?
one vote. You just vote once and it'll be credited with two votes.
I see. Good. Thank you.
Uh-huh. So do we have a
You might call
result?
Colin Wing, I believe he's back.
Okay, Wing, do we have a result on the test ballot?
Madam District Director, through the unanimous decision from the election
I know.
observers. Jennifer?
Yeah, I was gonna say Sally should read the results.
Oh,
Oh, all right. How do I? Okay, so you're just going to tell me you have results, and then where do I go to look for what they are?
Wing, you can text her. You can chat with her.
Okay, so do a private chat to me, Wing.
Lisa, is he
I got knocked out. Can you give me a co-host again? Thank you.
that's true. It does change when you go in and out of a break room.
Can you make me a co-host? Thank you.
Yeah, she's about to.
Done.
Okay, done. So now you can send me a private chat.
So Sally, is it just the test votes we're doing or we're doing the actual voting? I'm confused now.
No. We voted for Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. That's the only vote that has been sent out.
Okay. So the real voting is not on yet. It's to be
Not yet.
continued.
This is a test to make sure that everybody got the ballot that's supposed to have gotten it. And I think we've straightened that part out, and Wing is about to send me a chat, which I haven't gotten yet.
And now you all know where your next vote will come, and that's the real deal. So made it easier.
Yep. Oh, there it is.
Okay,
There it is.
thanks.
Sorry, Wing, I was looking in the wrong place. So I would like to now announce the result of the vote. We had participation, 84% participation. There were 74 voters. Donald Duck received 53% or 62 votes, and Mickey Mouse received 47% or 56 votes. Donald Duck is the winner of the vote between Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. All right. Yay. Next. So let me just say, we're moving back to discussing the realignment. Let me just say that since the proposal for realignment is recommended by a committee, there is no direct motion required. I would like to recommend that the acting administrative manager file a unanimous vote for the approval of our realignment. I'm going to wait for a few seconds. If I get even one hand up that's not okay, then we will take a vote. And there it is. So
Raised from Elliot Rogers. I believe it's about the voting.
Correct. I just want to say that after that vote was taken, do we have quorum right now?
Yes.
That's
yes,
what
we do.
that's all I want to know. Thank you.
Okay, yes.
Yes,
So
we have a quorum.
So what I'd like to do is cast a unanimous vote. However, take your hand down, Elliot, so that you can put it back up if you want to respond to my question. So if even one person raises their hand right now, then we will have an actual vote. So I'll wait a few moments to see if people are okay with the unanimous vote. If you're not, then raise your hand and we will take a vote. Thank you. Seeing no raised hands, am I right? Are there any raised hands by people that can see more than I can?
No raised hands.
Okay, so I would like to ask our acting administrative manager to cast a single vote for unanimous approval of the recommended realignment of District 57.
Duly noted.
Thank you so much, Randy. Okay, let's see, where are we? Next, moving on. Next slide, please, Ed, just to make sure that this slide deck is where I am. District officer elections. The first order of business there is a report from the District Leadership Committee. Ed Cullen, Distinguished Toastmaster and immediate past District Director, if you will please present the committee's report. Oh, and District Leadership Chair. I left that one out.
Thank you very much, Sally. I'll make this as quick as I can. We complied with all the deadlines and with everything in the Toastmasters protocols. So our recommendation is valid. There will be 2 floor candidates because we did not fill out all of the positions. Back to you, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you so much. I would like to have as part of the record that the District Leadership Committee was comprised of the chair, Ed Cullen, and also Kate Mills, Sue Skiff, Renee Hawk, Janet Voss, Carrie Keegan, and Shalise Carlson. Madam Parliamentarian, do I need to read down the list of candidates for the various offices?
Yes, please read down the list.
Okay, so the various officers. And these, when they're, for a contested election, they're listed in alphabetical order by last name. So for district director, it was recommended Linda Patton and Lindy Sinclair. For program quality director, it was recommended Jeffrey Young. For club growth director, recommended Dennis Dawson and Maureen Filler. For division A director, it was recommended Daniel Wass. For division B director, it was recommended Daria Hoover. And for division D director, it was recommended Aaron Van. When we get to the elections, we'll hear the floor candidate names. Okay, so. I'm sorry, I'm just needing to read my notes to make sure that I get it right. Okay, so we're moving on to the election for district director. Fellow Toastmasters, you have heard the report of the District Leadership Committee. For the office of District Director, these names have been placed in nomination. Distinguished Toastmaster, Linda Patton. Distinguished Toastmaster, Lindy Sinclair. The election process for the office of District Director will now begin. Each candidate is entitled to make a 2-minute speech. Candidates will speak in alphabetical order by last name. The primary timer, Gemma Reeser, will raise her virtual hand so that the location of the timing colors is visible to the speakers. So there she is. Please show the colors. I'm speaking to Gemma now as I read the following. The timers will time the 2-minute speeches as follows. 1 minute green, 1.5 minutes yellow, 2 minutes red. When the 2 minutes have expired, the timers will mute the speaker. Okay. For the office of District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Linda Patton. So if Linda will be highlighted, please, and take down the slide so she has full highlight, please. And Linda, can you see the timer?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So please help me welcome Linda Patton.
Thank you so much, Sally. Welcome, all you wonderful Toastmasters. I have to tell you, I've been a Toastmasters leadership even before I joined Toastmasters. District Director is the capstone of that journey through all the levels of club, area, division, and district leadership. I've been a President's Distinguished Club Officer, a Select Distinguished Area Director, and Toastmaster of the Year, as well as being a Division Director, plus all 3 area directors in 1 year. And I thank Greg Scott for being a help in making that happen. I've held all division officer roles except public relations. Except for the first year of membership, all of these have been remote. I have the experience, I have the passion. I've done it all, and I know how it works. I've been where you are and more. I've listened to the challenges that you face at all levels, from member to the district level. I have a vision of great success for D57 and its members. Come share that with me. Vote for me, Linda Patton, District 57, District Director.
Thank you, Linda. Next, I'd like to call on Distinguished Toastmaster Lindy Sinclair. Can we please show her on Spotlight? Lindy, can you see the timer?
Yes.
All right, please help me welcome Lindy Sinclair.
Thank you. I've been in Toastmasters in District 57 for 35 years, all of it in District 57, and that's where I currently live, in District 57. A district director needs to have feet on the ground, needs to be able to attend district events, needs to go to chartering of new clubs. When asked to lend a hand, needs to be able to go there, needs to be able to forge relationships in the district and cement those relationships. I'm here for all of that. I've been in numerous roles in District 57, including Club Open House Chair, Club Rescue Chair, Pathways Chair, District Treasurer, and many, many more. When I was Division Director, my division was President's Distinguished. When they rolled out Pathways Educational System in 2017, I was able to be a Pathways Guide and Ambassador. I'd like to talk about starting new clubs. I have a lot of experience starting new clubs. I started my home club, Watergate Toastmasters, in 2002. It's been President's Distinguished every single year of its 23 years. Because of my reputation for being able to start new clubs, I've also been asked on occasion to help when other people were starting clubs and came to a roadblock, and I was able to help them get over the finish line. Heart to Heart is an example of that. My personality is collaborative. I want to bring others along with me. I'm a hard worker and hard player. I will be inviting all of our members to manifest maximum fun while in pursuit of serious goals. I have run my own business since 1976, which is obviously very good experience for running a district. Please cast your vote for me, Lindy Sinclair, for District Director.
Thank you so much, Lindy. Voting will now begin for the office of District Director. Please look for an email from Election Runner so that you can cast your vote, and we will now have silence while we engage in the voting.
Excuse me, Sally, I'm sending the ballot counters and the observers to the breakout room.
Okay, but those that have voting need to be able to vote before you do that.
It won't disturb the voting.
Okay, great. Thank
I
you.
didn't get the new email.
Just give it a minute.
Oh, okay.
So it says, Sally, vote when instructed. So we wait till you ask us to vote.
You should have an email in your inbox asking you to vote now.
Okay. Now the email says, vote when instructed.
Oh, well, vote.
Do you see that there's a button there that says click here to vote?
I think some of us are still waiting for that email to appear.
Got it.
Wing, are you going to go in the election room?
Hi, this is Sherry Sue. Sally, I do have a question.
Okay.
If I heard you correctly, did you say that if the president is not present, that the acting or the VPE will have both the president's and the their own vote? But is it just one ballot, or is it two ballots?
It's just one ballot, and you get credit for 2 votes.
What if the president votes differently than the VPE?
So were you instructed to vote differently?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so let's be quiet about that, and I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Lisa, can you put me into the voting room, please?
Yes, I can. One moment, please. Oops. Oops, wrong. Oops, oops, oops. Jennifer?
Point of order, Jennifer had to step away for about 5. She texted me. She'll be right back. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
furiously stood up from her chair.
Get coins now to continue listening to this story.
Dr. James, your mic is on.
Union's headquarters, Stanley Cooper.
I muted everyone.
Thank you. I was looking for the individual.
Lisa, may I ask a question of you?
No. Sally is in charge.
Okay, I sent you an email, the question's in there, thanks.
Now I get to take it over again. All right, let's try this again. So we have results for the district director. Linda Patton received 34 votes, and Lindy Sinclair received 80 votes. A total of 87 votes were cast. I declare Lindy Sinclair as being the 2025-2026 district director for District 57. And so if we could highlight Lindy Sinclair, please. And turn on your camera, Lindy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is your mic up?
Thanks, everybody.
Next, we move on to Program Quality Director. Fellow Toastmasters, you have heard the report of the District Leadership Committee. For the Office of Program Quality Director, Jeffrey Young has been placed in nomination. And if Jeff could be highlighted, perhaps. There is one uncontested candidate for the office of Program Quality Director. Without objection, the chair will dispense with a secret ballot and instruct the acting district administrative manager to cast let's see, it says here in the form of a voice vote, but I don't think we're doing that. A single ballot for the candidate in this uncontested office. I'll pause for 30 seconds. If I do not see any hands, Gemma's doesn't count, then we will proceed with this. Okay, I think we have 30 seconds. We will dispense with the secret ballot and acting district administration manager will cast a single ballot. I declare Jeffrey Young elected as Program Quality Director. Welcome and congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you.
Okay, you can unhighlight Jeff. We move on to the Club Growth Director. There are no floor nominations for Club Growth Director. Fellow Toastmasters, you have heard the report of the District Leadership Committee. For the office of Club Growth Director, there are 2 names that have been placed in nomination. In alphabetical order, Distinguished Toastmaster Dennis Dawson and EC4 Maureen Filler. The election process for the office of Club Growth Director will now begin. Each candidate is entitled to make a 2-minute speech. Candidates will speak in alphabetical order by last name. The timers will time the 2-minute speeches as follows. Gemma, if you could show the colors as I read this. 1 minute green, 1.5 minutes yellow, and 2 minutes red. When the 2 minutes have expired, the timer will mute the speaker and begin the applause. For the office of Club Growth Director, first we will hear from Distinguished Toastmaster Dennis Dawson. If Dennis could please be highlighted. Dennis, can you see the timer?
I can.
Please help me welcome Dennis Dawson.
Fellow Toastmasters, after 18 years and 3 Distinguished Toastmasters awards, some of you might wonder why I'd step up again as a district leader rather than just sit back and relax. Well, my answer is simple: service and a call to action. In fact, this pivotal year, I urge all past district leaders to step up. First, let's fill any open area director roles, and then let's mentor our new officers. Let's ensure they hit the ground running on July 1st, because we're literally in an existential crisis. As Ed Cullen said, the situation is fluid. When I was district governor, we had 150 clubs. We have the capacity for so many more than the 101 we have today. While online clubs flourished during COVID, the true power of Toastmasters lies in in-person connections. It's where skills are honed and bonds are forged. My focus as your club growth director will be to reignite that in-person growth. My big, audacious goal is clear. We will train and empower each area director to charter 1 new club by December 2025. Starting a club isn't difficult. It just takes effort. Worst case scenario, we merge with another district with many new, strong clubs. Electing me as your club growth director is an investment in our district's future. It's leveraging my experience to drive growth and ensure our survival. Let's work together to bring the power of Toastmasters to more members. I ask for your vote. Let's revitalize District 57 together.
Thank you, Dennis. Our next candidate for Club Growth Director is Maureen Filler. Can we spotlight Maureen, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Maureen, can you see the timer?
I can. Thank you, Sally.
Thank you, Maureen. You may continue.
Good evening, District 57. It is essential to know who our leaders are, what shaped their lives, and why they're driven to serve, and how Toastmasters has impacted them. Toastmasters has allowed me to hone my speaking skills, network more positively, and take on additional leadership roles in 2 nonprofit organizations. Just as Toastmasters empowered me, I would like to bring that same goal to all of the people in District 57. That's why I'm running for Club Growth Director. I'm here to serve District 57. We must support and re-energize our district. How do we do this? We do this by adding additional clubs. We also do this by working to strengthen existing clubs through additional coaching, through rescue efforts. Recent experience does matter. I served as area director during the pandemic and again as an area director post-pandemic, then went on to be a division director. Everything is changing now, and this has been one of the most challenging times in Toastmaster history. I do have firsthand experience. I'm well positioned to guide and advise area and division directors as they grow into their roles. This is important as we navigate this unprecedented change coming this year. And we need to be able and ready to support clubs, whether they are in person, virtual, or hybrid. I do believe that the skills honed with each of those types of formats are very important. And remember, no matter how tough the situation, I always see it through. My word is my bond, and I can assure you I will bring you along with me to a better, brighter future for District 57. Thank you.
Thank you, Maureen. Voting will begin for the office of Club Growth Director.
And I will open the ballot room for the ballot folks and the observers.
So Sally, we get a second email about this. I didn't get the email yet.
Yes, you will, and I'm also waiting.
I still don't have mine either, Sally.
Yeah, what I instructed the vote monitors to not send out the email until the last speaker was done speaking, even though they knew full well it would take a few minutes for it actually to arrive at our door. So that's what's going on.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Okay, I received mine. I hope you all will start getting yours.
I got mine. Thank you.
Sally, this is Bill. The people
Okay.
in the voting room have asked you to issue a 2-minute warning for anybody that has not yet voted.
All right, I hereby and officially issue a 2-minute warning for anyone who has not yet voted and wishes to do so.
I don't know if you can send me back to the other meeting room, but I'll tell them if I can.
Let's
I'll
see.
send you. I think I can.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah. Any techies know how to help me?
Well, it's okay. They'll figure it out. I told them I was going to do this. They'll be counting 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Told them I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get back. So it'll work out if I can't get back, but
Bill, as a co-host, you can just go down to the breakout rooms and then scroll down and join room.
Good, thank you.
where do I find them? Is that under participants?
It's next to participants, but there should be one that says breakout rooms.
No, I don't see that. It says chat and react and share.
Check
No, it's
more.
check more. Yeah.
Oh, join breakout room. Okay. I'll do that.
The result has been sent.
I'm getting it. I'm writing it down. Thank you. Voting is now closed for the office of Club Growth Director, and we have a winner. There were 84% of the eligible voters actually voted. That was 73 votes that were received. We have the results for Club Growth Director. Dennis received 62 votes. Maureen received 55 votes. I declare elected Dennis Dawson as our next year's 2025-2026 Club Growth Director. Please highlight Dennis and all of us show your congratulations.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
It's going to be a tough year.
What a fun one.
Be careful, yes.
All right. We can end the highlight. Thank you so much. Thank you all for participating in some challenging decisions, but we are not done yet. Although we do not have any further contested elections, we will go through each of our 5 division director positions. We have 3 that were recommended by the leadership committee, and we have 2 floor candidates. Check me on this, Madam Parliamentarian. I'm going to do the 3 that were recommended by the committee first, and then I will do the 2 floor candidates. Is that correct?
We should do them in order.
Okay, that's why I wanted to check. They're actually written in order, so I was flying in the face of my directions. Very well. Division A Director. Fellow Toastmasters, you have heard the report of the District Leadership Committee. For the office of Division A Director, Daniel Wass has been placed in nomination. He is a level 5, EH level 5, Daniel Wass. There is 1 uncontested candidate for the office of Division A Director. I have a typo here, so that's why I paused. Without objection, the chair will dispense with a secret ballot and instruct the acting district administrative manager to cast a single ballot for the candidate in this uncontested election. That would be Daniel Wass. Are there any objections? Hearing no objections, we will dispense with the secret ballot, and the district administrative manager, acting district administrative manager, will cast a single ballot to declare Daniel Wass elected, and I declare him elected as the Division A Director. Please show Daniel for all of us to offer our congratulations. Thank you, Daniel, and thank you for your service, not only last year, but this coming year.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to serve.
Yes. Division B Director. Fellow Toastmasters, you have heard the report of the District Leadership Committee. For the office of Division B, Daria Hoover has been placed in nomination. There is 1 uncontested candidate for the office. Without objection, the chair will dispense with a secret ballot and instruct the district administrative manager to cast a single ballot for the candidate in this uncontested office. I will now pause and wait for possible objections. Hearing no objections, we will dispense with the secret ballot and the district administrative manager, acting, will cast one single ballot in favor of, Daria Hoover. I declare elected Division B Director, Daria Hoover. Please show her and let us all offer our congratulations. Daria.
I don't believe she's here.
Okay, well, I think she was here earlier. In any case, congratulations to her. Division C, fellow Toastmasters. You have heard the report of the District Leadership Committee. For the office of Division C, no names have been placed in nomination. Are there any further nominations of floor candidates for Division C? And we'll need someone other than the candidate to make the nomination.
Madam,
Yes, this is Renee Hawk. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Point of information, point of order, Sally.
Yes.
Since he's a member of he could actually self-nominate.
Oh, we were told he couldn't. Well, you know what? We're about to have a nomination because Renee has stepped up. So let's go forward with that if that's okay.
Sure.
All right. Thanks. Renee.
Hi, my name is Renee Hawk. I nominate Ray Gowan as Division C Director.
Madam Director, Greg Scott, Club Tenacious Talkers, I second that nomination.
Okay, I don't think we need it, but thank you. And thank you for that nomination. Let's see.
I think he needs
Ray
to accept the
Gowan, do you consent? Pardon me?
Go ahead, you've got it.
Okay. Ray Gowan, do you consent to accepting this nomination for Division C Director?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Ray Gowan has accepted, and he is now the candidate for Division C Director. Are there any other nominations for other candidates for Division C Director? And unless this happened a week ago, there won't be any, but I feel like I need to ask. All right, thank you so much. There are no other floor candidates. I declare the nominations for Division C Director closed. The election process for the office of Division C will now begin. There is one uncontested candidate for the office of Division C Director. Without objection, the chair will dispense with a secret ballot and instruct the acting district administrative manager to cast a single ballot for the candidate in this uncontested election. I'll pause and wait a bit. Hearing no objections, I will ask the acting district administrative manager to in fact cast a single ballot, and I declare elected Division C Director Ray Gowan. Please show Ray and let's offer him our congratulations. All right. For the office of Division D, Aaron Van has been placed in nomination. There is one uncontested candidate for the office. Without objection, the chair will dispense with the secret ballot and instruct the acting district administrative manager to cast a single ballot for the candidate in this uncontested office. I'll now pause. Hearing no objections, we will dispense with the secret ballot, and I will ask the acting district administrative manager to cast the single ballot. I declare elected Division D Director Aaron Van. Please show Aaron so that we may show our congratulations. Division E, fellow Toastmasters, you have heard the report of the District Leadership Committee. For the office of Division E Director, no names have been placed in nomination.
We have
Are there, pardon me?
I have a raised hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Tim, what is the raised hand for?
He's making the nomination, Sally. So
Yeah, but I need to finish asking for it.
yes, go for it.
Okay, thank you. Are there any nominations for Division E Director? And I see we have a hand raised, Tim Carlisle.
Hi, my name is Tim Carlisle, Area D12 Director. I'm honored to nominate Jasmine Giacotti for the office of Division E Director.
Jasmine, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I accept it.
Right. Are there any other nominations for Division E Director? Hearing none, and since there are no other floor candidates that have declared their intent to run a week ago, I declare the nominations for Division E closed. The election process for the office of Division E will now begin. There is one uncontested candidate for the office of Division E Director. Without objection, the chair will dispense with a secret ballot and instruct the district administrative manager to cast a single ballot for the candidate in this uncontested office. We will now pause for 30 seconds to allow for objections. Hearing none, we will dispense with a secret ballot and the acting district administrative manager will cast a single ballot for Jasmine. I know how to say your last name, Giacotti. I think I'm close. And I declare her elected as the Division E Director. Please show. Thank you. There you are. Congratulations. All right, so I declare the elections closed. I have some announcements. I would like to remind you that the district conference is tomorrow. I hope that at least 99% of all of you will be in attendance one way or the other. I would like to take this opportunity to thank as many of the people as I can remember for making this business meeting possible. Our credentials chair, Bill Mine, our two credentials committee members and observers, William Wilson and Trish Johnston, our election runner chair, Wing Locke, our technical, pardon me? Okay, am I good? Our technical lead, Lisa Fairchild, technical committee, Kate Mills, timers, Gemma Research.
I can't figure. Oh, there we go.
Sally, I'm going to mute everyone. You keep.
Yeah, please do that. Thank you. Timers,
Yep. Sally, you have to unmute yourself.
All right. Our timers, Gemma Reeser and Paul Escobar. Paul Escobar, I ran into at the grocery store. What was it, yesterday or today? And voila, he was here. So thank you. You just never know where you're going to run into a friend. Our realignment chair, Priya Chestry, and her committee, Division A Director, Maureen Filler, Division B Director, Sue Skiff, Division C Director, Ray Gallen, Division D Director, Janet Voss, Division E Director, Carrie Keegan, and Division F Director, Shalini Shiravala-Varjala. I came close, I think, Shalini, I hope. And
Yes, you
all
did.
of you, thank you, Shalini, and all of you for attending, taking the time and consideration to be a part of this extremely important business meeting. Thank you for being here and making this all possible. Are there any other announcements that I should be thinking of that are directly related to this weekend? Bette Bolhofer, are you just waving?
See you tomorrow.
Yep, see y'all tomorrow.